Now that you've begun the process of warming up your list, and if you're banging through this, it's fine. Bang, 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 because you want to get through it all. That's probably what I would do. I would probably bang through it, and then I'd go back through again and figure out assignment by assignment and work out the process, but I'd want to kind of get it contextually in my head. I understand. So the next step that I want you to do is, in addition to these other things I've given you, and you might have already started this in your products, I want you to become a raving fan. A raving fan of your products. I want you to become known as the most excited, the most enthusiastic ambassador for your products in your company than anyone else on earth. And how do you do that? First, learn every single thing that you can about your products. Every single thing. You don't have to learn it all immediately, but just become dedicated to learning what are the benefits and collect them. What are the ingredients or the technology? Understand all that. What's the science behind it? Those are third-party resources. The science behind it, any of those articles, any of those clinical studies. Are there any awards? Have your products received any awards? What are the stories connected to your products? Make sure that your stories that you're sharing are compliant. You're not over-exaggerating things, but what are the stories, awards, science, technology, ingredients, benefits that you could learn? The more you learn and the more you teach others, the more belief you build, the more conviction you're going to have in sharing it with other people. Listen to as many stories as you can inside of your company to build your belief about the efficacy of your products. Become the biggest fan. So the first assignment in this, and then we'll continue, is to become fully knowledgeable about your product or products and collect all third-party resources so you can share those resources, either by story or introduction to those resources. You understand? All right. So that's the first part of becoming a raving fan. You can become a raving fan and not know all that stuff, but I think it's better if ultimately you do know all that stuff. And you're not going to use all that knowledge necessarily with your prospects. You're going to use it to help your team. They'll bring people to you, and then you'll be a third-party resource for them. You're going to use it for your belief, for your conviction, for your excitement, for your enthusiasm, for your willingness to call people and take action, to connect with others, because your belief in the product, you are convinced, will help another person. So after you've kind of started the education process, and that's going to continue as you move forward, as you meet people behind your products, as you hear the stories and you get all connected and you continue to get educated. The next thing I want you to focus on is to create your product story. Your product story. Now, you might have a core product inside of your company. There might be several products inside of your company. Some of you have companies that have many, many products. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to use as many products as you can that your company provides exactly as instructed, exactly as they suggest you use them. Now, why? Because if you use the products exactly as they're suggested, it's likely you're going to get the results that those products are promising. And as you get those results personally, it's going to change your conviction. It's going to change your belief. It's going to change how enthusiastic you are about getting out of your comfort zone and sharing it with other people. It's going to build you a story, your product story. So one, use as many as you can as instructed. And you're like, oh, I don't know about this one, or I don't like the taste of that one, or whatever. That's not your responsibility. You're an ambassador. So use them all as instructed. Number two, if you can use the products publicly, always do it. If there's something that represents your product that you can have in front of other people, when you're at a restaurant, you're in a meeting, you're whatever, Don't take it in the privacy of your bathroom or your kitchen or wherever it is that you're taking your products or using your products in private. Again, if it's appropriate, right? If it's appropriate, use it publicly. Use your own common sense with this. But I want you to understand, great product brand ambassadors are using the product in front of every single person constantly. Take a look at the big celebrities that are doing podcasts and everything else, and they represent a brand. What is on the table during their podcast? That product in front of people. Think product placement in a movie. You want your products to be placed in the movie that is your life. Have them for people to be able to see at all times. So people say, hey, what's that? Starts a conversation. Once you start a conversation, keep it going. Once you keep it going, there will be an opening for them to try your product, learn more about it, move forward. All right. Next, I want you to be consistent. Be consistent with those products. Now, I have to be reminded to be consistent with the products that I use. Take my supplements, for example. I have to have them in an AM packet and a PM packet that gets put together. I have to have one next to my bed at night because if it's not next to my bed, I'm going to forget to take it. If it's not next to the sink, next to my toothbrush in the morning, I'm going to forget to take it. Do whatever you need to do to be consistent with it. Here's the big one. Document your results. Document your product story. Anything you can do before and after. Before I took these products, this was happening. After I took these products, that's happening. Or here's how I feel. Or here's what it's done to my mood. Or whatever is compliant within your organization. There's different stories. There's immediate product story. I took it and immediately this happened. There's your 30-day product story. After 30 days, here's what happened. There's your long-term benefit story. I've been on this product for 3 years and here's what's happened. Make sure to stay compliant with this, okay? It's really important that you don't overclaim the products, but creating these stories is very, very important. One quick story to kind of end this section is I had a friend who worked for Pepsi. He was the president of Pepsi bottling when I lived in Minneapolis. His name was Larry. And Larry was Mr. Pepsi. Every Pepsi product in his house. There was no Coke products anywhere allowed. Mr. Pepsi, it's the best tasting thing ever. He made sure the country club switched all of their stuff to Pepsi. Anywhere he went, he had Pepsi products, Pepsi products, Pepsi products, Pepsi products. Okay? No Coke related products at all. No other soft drinks available. He was that ambassador. And then he got a job as CEO of Dr. Pepper. Guess what? He became Mr. Dr. Pepper. He was wearing the swag. All the Dr. Pepper brands and related brands were the only thing he talked about. Pepsi was completely forgotten. He was loyal to his brand. He was wearing the swag. He had the hats. He had the shirts. He always had the products. He moved to Dallas. He made sure that was a sponsor at Cowboy Stadium. He was absolutely all in. You need to be all in. You need to be all in. It needs to be obvious that you represent this product or this company. So, two-part assignment for this. First, commit to creating your own product case story, you as a person, and documenting it. Second, become your product's biggest fan. If people think, who is the biggest ambassador for our products in our company, who is it? They need to be thinking about you in the conversation more than the CEO, more than your top earner, more than anybody else. You do that, the ability to grow your business expands exponentially. Become a raving fan.